Alright guys, back here with another video about competitive TFT this time around. I have to say, very sad news that came in. We saw a Chinese player named Shituren play very suspiciously, and I want to prove in this video why I do think it was a win trade, and it's very, very clear for me why it's a win trade. I would like to hear you guys' opinion, maybe discuss it in the comments. But right here, you guys can see Shituren's bot in 6-3. This is the turn where he dies. And up until I saw the full extent of the video, I was not sure if it really was a win trade. A lot of you guys probably have seen the clip of Send, but this is in the VOD a bit further back. You guys can see a redemption here that will get reforged, I believe, on this turn, which is also very suspicious. No, like, really solid player would reforge a redemption on a board that's playing a lot of melee carries like the pit fight has. But that's besides the point. I can see some people maybe argue that you could reforge it, and it could be plausible why you would do that. But I think what happens next, or what happened actually before, will be very evident on why the win trade is very obvious for me, and why I think it was a win trade. So he removes the items off of Violet, reforges the redemption off of the Vi. Send call it very early. Yeah, so he loses this fight and dies and goes out as 4th place instead of maybe 3rd place if you played the last 3 fights correctly. But like I said, guys want you to see, look at this redemption here on this turn. It is 6-3, right? So it is between these 3 rounds, there would be no point in where he could get extra items, I believe, right? And I've looked at another POV of the same game from Lilu's side of things, and I've seen in 6-1, Shituren fights Lilu. And in this fight, there's no redemption. And he's on purpose not slamming the redemption in this fight, even though he has it. There's no point in, like, there's no possible way where he would not have the redemption here. You could argue that he got it in 6-1, right? But he doesn't even have the anvil anymore here, so he popped it already. He should be fairly quick with making the decision here, because he's also sitting at 20 gold, so it was not like he was rolling a lot on this turn or had like a lot of actions to do. Yeah, he popped the item already. Sadly, we can't see his item bench. I would have loved that, but he has the redemption. He has the redemption guaranteed. There's no way that he would not have the redemption, because between 6-1 and 6-3, he would not be able to get a redemption. So yeah, this was very evident for me because he didn't gain any extra items either, so everything stayed the same. He had to chain the rod. I mean, I can go back onto the other side of things just to show it again, but here it's the same board. It's the exact same components on all other units, like he didn't reforge it before or anything. So I think this sums it up fairly well. I think the bigger problem that I want to talk about is the plausible deniability problem in TFT. You can always argue, or you can always pretend like you were trying your best and you just misplayed. But I think, especially with the historic context, guys, we have the 4th Worlds now, or like I think the 3rd. I'm not sure. I think third, at least 3 times now, where at Worlds some Chinese players have been win trading. It was very evident with Tartaman's example. This is an example from set 9, I believe. He he was playing with Ahau in the lobby. Tataman was very close to making the top 8, but then Ahau played in a very weird way that benefited Ningli, and then Ningli made the world final, or the top 8 of Worlds, making Tataman go 9th, I believe. That was for sure the reason why he didn't make it, which is super sad, and I used to be a competitive player myself. This is very near to my heart. I would love to see some adaptations from Riot and some changes I've suggested something like a fair play committee, where you have like maybe 10 or 15 players that can vote on stuff like this. Very educated people have a good idea on what is win trading and what is not. Maybe monitor their screen as well, like have them record their POV, because if I can see their mouse and how they scout and how they position specifically, I think that will also be just helping us finding evidence on what the player actually did, if he actually just misplayed, or if he did something on purpose to make the other person gain a benefit or a disadvantage. We have another example of set 11 worlds or set 10 worlds. I'm very bad with sets, I'm sorry. I think this is set 10, where we had another incident with a Chinese player, and he basically helped. I know Dunizuni got win traded, I think, on this occasion. The quality of the picture is horrible. I'm sorry for that. But I just want to make it short. We have 8 Vexes here. This was a 3-cost unit, I believe. So he was very close to hitting his 3-cost 3-star, which would have kept him alive. He was super low on HP as well. But he decided to hold Rivens the entire game, which was also 3-cost. A 3-cost unit that was being played from Jeduso, I believe, the European player that's actually, funnily enough, also playing the World Finals today. This was a few sets back. And again, this was benefiting the other Chinese players that still had a chance of making the top 8, because in TFT, sometimes you have to still keep on playing, even if you are out, or even if it's for you impossible to qualify. Sometimes you still have to play some competitive games, just so the other players can keep on playing, or they have a chance of making the top 8, right? So this is something very sad to see. I think there was another incident back in the set 6 or 7 as well. I sadly don't have a screenshot of that or any evidence for that. But those things are in the past. Tateman even, the person that griefed Tateman, I think it was Ahoy A, he got a punishment. I think he got even a ban from TFT for a year from competitive TFT. So this has happened before as well. The sad thing is that Riot already made a competitive ruling saying they didn't detect anything wrong or like anything that would suggest win trading. They said their stance on the matter is that nothing went wrong and no violation of the global code of conduct was made. And they said their a ruling is considered closed and the ruling is final and cannot be appealed. I really want to send a message to Riot. I hope they make some changes to the competitive circuit, because even in the lower tier competitions right now, it's very easy to cheat. I mean, I will not accuse anyone if I don't have any evidence, but we have seen in the past in the lower tier competitions as well, people playing with other people in call, helping them, backseating them, or just friends helping each other out. I mean, TFT is such a social game where you, like at the highest level, everyone knows each other, and you have your people that you like, and you have some people that you maybe don't like. It's a very, very tight line with if people keep their competitive integrity or not. And like I said, I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on this. I would love to hear some solutions maybe to this problem, because right now the only thing I was coming up with is make a committee of like maybe 10, 15 international players or like ex-players that vote on incidents like this and help Riot make an educated guess. Because I can tell that Riot is probably not very educated when it comes to competitive TFT and how easy it is to influence the lobby in the favor of some other players or like in favor of your friends. Yeah, that's about it, guys. Later today I will be streaming the new set. I was able to playtest it. Hope you guys, I hope I see you guys there. And leave a follow, leave a like.